some like relaxation. Did I even say relaxation? Yeah, I need that. Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. Welcome to this video, a day in the life with me. I'm Jordan Ray. It's the morning, taking my seed symbiotic. I'm almost out. I should have a little bit more on the way. It's a combination of a probiotic and a prebiotic. I was talking to a friend yesterday. I'm starting to take clients for Fine Diet, which is my lifestyle companion and community company that I am starting to build as a business for supporting people when they are making lifestyle changes, in particular nutritional lifestyle changes. So I was talking to a friend yesterday and she was like, girl, I definitely want to talk more about probiotics and prebiotics with you to just understand what those things are. And I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna send you a voice note because we were getting off the phone, and I was like, I'm gonna definitely send you some thoughts how you can just break this down a little bit and have the information be communicated in like an approachable way. So probiotics and prebiotics work really well together. So probiotics are actually live microorganisms. They are gut friendly. So we want to have a healthy flora of these different types of live microorganisms in our gut that are called probiotics. Prebiotics are the food source for the probiotics. So that's how you have a healthy gut, is by having a lot of variety of the different microorganisms that are there. And then, like I said, the prebiotics are the non-digestible fibers. It's a food source that the probiotics can feed on. So that's why you want a mix of prebiotics and probiotics in your dietary routine. You can get both of these things through foods, but you also can supplement those things, which is what I'm doing. I'm not suggesting people supplement with them. I think that, you should do your own research or talk to someone who can help you make that decision. You don't have to supplement with it. So probiotic foods are things like yogurt, kimchi, sauerkraut, miso. It is one of my goals to get a little bit more into those things and having those things at my house. I can't really do yogurt so much because of my casein sensitivity, which is the protein in dairy. And then you can find prebiotics in things like asparagus, onions, bananas, artichokes, garlic as well. Cool. So these are things that are in your like day-to-day diet probably, but they just, I think that it's a fancy name for what's going on in your gut. So it can be confusing on like what the difference is and like what their function is in the digestive tract. Anyways, I don't know if that makes sense. I'm about to cook some breakfast. We have a lecture for our nutritional therapy course in about 40 minutes. So I'll get on that lecture in just a bit. I'm gonna make my sweet potato bowl real quick. If you have been around, you know how I feel about this sweet potato bowl.
It's an entire mini dough for mixture. Not only does understanding the difference between these two can be really helpful when it comes to reading and understanding the food to eat out. It lumps together total. This calculation is the amount of carbohydrates to count of fiber accurate from cows and height junction and the human's bile acid because and secretion but to identify which microbial elevated ratio of so. And if only
it is so crazy that I'm literally learning about A1 and A2 casein because I just mentioned that I have found out that I'm sensitive to casein, which is the protein that is found in milk. I'm not lactose intolerant or sensitive. That's the sugar molecule in dairy products, but the protein in dairy products. And so when I was eating like whey protein or adding whey protein to a lot of my smoothies when I was trying to gain weight last year, I was noticing like just discomfort, like gut, just issues. I just didn't really feel good after drinking like ready to drink whey protein shakes, or if I was adding whey protein. It didn't matter how clean the whey protein was. That has nothing to do with it because I'm sensitive to the casein that's also in whey protein products, if that makes sense. So I just know like I am on such the right track as far as what I've decided to embark on with nutritional therapy, because every single week I'm learning and I'm listening to these lectures. I have a live call that starts in 5 minutes that I'm about to hop on, and every week I'm learning something that is like changing the game, like for real. So I had no way to know that this was going to be in the material today. I was just talking about this with y'all.
amino amino acid, but that in contrast, beta casein plays complex roles in messaging throughout the body due to the immune system and intestinal barrier function.
All right, I'm about to log in right now. Lately I've been doing my meetings while standing. Every once in a while, I will walk on my mini treadmill, but I'm not able to write as well and like take notes when I'm on the treadmill. So I'm not going to be on video today.
Recording in progress.
Is everybody enjoying the glucose revolution? Any thoughts coming up on that book? Is it helpful in terms of kind of simplifying some of these concepts? Yeah, some of those hacks that she has, they them out and are really kind of.
All right, I'm gonna grab my breakfast too, and I'll be able to multitask. I have just found that this process really works for me, just knocking out breakfast at about 11 o'clock. A little of a late breakfast for me today while doing this. We have a worksheet that we'll complete every week. This is the one from last week. And so I'll just take notes on this worksheet that I printed out. In addition to those like lectures that I was watching earlier, we always have like required reading. So we had a book list that we had to get from like textbooks to just like health and wellness books by authors, doctors or functional medicine practitioners. And it's really cool. I'm learning so much, and I am just beyond hyped to work with clients for real.
Insulin resistance. So this is a really broad term. The inability to process or metabolize rigid, and you develop more wrinkles in your skin over between blood sugar and cardiovascular health. This is an average level of underlying physiological mechanisms. If that is below 100 milligrams per deciliter, that's considered normal into your mind as this healthy range. Because that's our goal. Hopefully that's really where we're working. We don't really need those. It's good to be familiar with them, but.
All right, we're almost done. It takes about an hour and a half. The call is actually running over just a few minutes, which is totally fine. I'm having a little bit of difficulty focusing today because I really didn't sleep like a lot last night. I stayed up pretty late. So I'm just going to hydrate and task switch to do some work for the agency. So I'm gonna go over and sit at my desk. It is super, super cold right now in New Orleans. So I really don't know if I'm gonna go outside today if I don't have to. But I do probably need to go to the grocery store this evening to grab a couple things from Rouse's for dinner. I may not get the Whole Foods delivery until like tomorrow or Saturday over the weekend. Yeah, Rashad is on an important call. I'm gonna be quiet so he can finish that up. I actually do want to make this point. So when we're like switching from one task to another, sometimes we don't realize that we need to kind of come down and fully disconnect from what we were just doing. And there has to be like this buffer window in order to get into the next thing fully and be like present 100%. I feel like I'm going to need a good like 15 minutes. So I'm going to set my watch and take 15.
Just turned 24 this month. Or last month. But we don't miss those months. At least the next month. You saw one of the videos, or one. It just kind of like found out.
All right, let's make a little girl lunch. I feel like I wouldn't usually eat avocado toast for lunch, but that's what we're doing today because I haven't been to the grocery store, which we'll go in a little bit. I'm also feeling like because I'm learning so deeply about blood sugar that I have a high-end blood sugar right now because of my lack of sleep last night. And they say like one night of sleep could have you in the higher blood sugar range the next day. And it could be borderline pre-diabetic, just off of one night of bad sleep. And I'm like, yeah, that's absolutely true. We have base culture, a hint of honey bread. So I'll put some avocado, sunflower seeds, and a little bit more honey on this. And I'm thinking I might need to do a protein shake, maybe like a chocolate protein shake. Because I be trying to get my calories, y'all. I still need to be getting about 2,000 calories a day because of my activity level. And even though I don't count my macros like every single meal, I have a good sense of like what types of meals are about how many calories. It takes effort. So if I don't get enough food, I will be tired for a whole nother reason. And that's just, we ain't gonna have it. This what these little breads look like. They're like little small pieces of bread, so you can't really get this and think that it's gonna be like a full size of bread. I don't know why they have to make them this size. I'm sure it has something to do with like the ingredients, but this is a really, really clean piece of bread, and I have been really impressed with the texture and the taste, I'm not gonna lie. When we go over to Rouse's in a bit to grab some groceries, I think Rashad is gonna go over there with me. We're just gonna get some stuff for some spaghetti. I just like to, I don't know, every few days, I just need like a very simple meal to make. And spaghetti is so good. So we'll get some spaghetti and I will show you how I pick clean ingredients as I am going to a grocery store that really doesn't have as many options for some of the things that I usually go for. That's why I order from Whole Foods every week. We don't live near a Whole Foods, so we can't really walk to a Whole Foods. But sometimes when I am in different parts of the city, I might stop by Whole Foods, but I've just gotten the habit and I've gotten spoiled to have my groceries delivered. So yeah, there's a few things that I can get at Rouse's that I'm like, these are clean ingredients. I trust this. For instance, the other day, about a week ago, I went over there and I just needed to get a can of chickpeas. And so I went to the aisle with the beans or whatever, and I'm looking for the chickpeas. And I grabbed this can. It was really the only brand that they had. They only had one brand to choose from. I'm looking at the ingredient label and there was like coloring in there. It said something about, I can't remember exactly what it said, but it was like something for color. And a couple other things that were in there, as well as the chickpeas and like the sodium. And so I just put it back on the shelf because at this point, I'm just not even gonna risk it. I was like, I'll make some extra vegetables for dinner or whatever. I just don't understand why you would put certain things in a can of chickpeas or a can of beans. I am not here for it. So I put it back. It just makes me think. It makes me realize now that I am just hyper aware of everything that I am putting in my body, to take a beat, check the labels, even if you're going to buy it anyways, because you're used to it, because your kids like it, because there's no other option depending on the grocery store that you're at and you're in a pinch. I understand that. Go ahead and get it, but read the label and continue to educate yourself about what is actually in that can or in that box or in that bag of food that you're preparing or eating every day for lunch, or this bag of chips, so on and so forth, like this candy that says that it's low sugar. Still look at the ingredients and just get used to it, because once you start to inform yourself in little pieces of information, inform yourself with little pieces of information here and there, I really think that you start to be empowered and you feel more confident because you have more information to make choices that could be better in the long run. You know what I'm saying? Like, honestly, like a bag of Cheetos isn't going to hurt you today. I mean, it will. Like, it might, I don't know. Like, it might send you on like a sugar rush or something, but ultimately it's not going to affect you if you ate it one time, like today. But if you ate a bag of Cheetos like every day or like once a week for the rest of your life, yeah, it's not going to be pretty. That's my struggle right now with Rouse's, that is just like a few blocks from where we live, is that they really don't have all of the options that I need. Okay, I'm gonna do a smoothie. I have decided on that. I'll do this one with almond milk though, instead of coconut like I did this morning. See, I even got this from Rouse's, and this is not organic, but the ingredients, yeah, I can't, I shouldn't be doing this because this has a little bit more gum in it that I want. Whereas the organic Califia Farms almond milk it only has like 3 ingredients in it. I don't know if this is bougie or if this is like normal. Like, this should be normal. Why are you putting so many So much crap in my food. Pisses me off. I just cut this avocado open yesterday and it's already, you know, going bad on us. I'm gonna do one full avocado, so these bites are gonna be steep. Ooh. This is our little girl lunch. I put the cacao nibs in there. It'll add like some extra flavor, obviously, and texture. I actually need to blend this up some more. I put a lot of ice in there. Maybe that's why. Time be flying. It's 2:30. I have a little jar from Daily Beat that I hold on to. Heading over to Rouse's now. Pretty cold outside, so I'm gonna bundle up. What the actual temperature is? 46. Maybe not that bad. Little Kills. I'm not in love with this, but I'm gonna use it until it's gone. But yeah, I wouldn't buy it again. Alright, so this is kind of what I'm talking about, that they don't have many options for the types of pasta that I like to get. So usually I would get banza, but they only have elbows and we're doing spaghetti. So I'm actually gonna opt for these. And the ingredients on here: pea flour, lentil flour, and cauliflower. So we're cool with that. And then the pasta sauces are all, you know, so-so. But I've already checked the ingredients on the carbone options, and these are the ones that I like to get. All right, cool. I am super duper torn between watching Yellow Jackets or women's college basketball while I cook dinner. I don't know what Rashad and I are gonna watch, but I think I'm going to sit on the couch tonight and eat dinner because I feel like I just really need some like relaxation. Did I even say relaxation? Relaxation? Yeah, I need that. Your girl went hard in the paint this week. And I'm excited for the things that we're working on, but I get even more excited to sit down on a couch and enjoy a meal. So as you know, we're going basic tonight with the spaghetti. I'll do some broccoli and zucchini on the side. I surely will. Let's see what games are on the ESPN app. Any of you all, but let me know if you watch any women's basketball. It is so good this year. There are so many great teams. I think it's entertaining. Like, the girls are so fun to watch. And seriously, if you're into sports like in the least bit and you're a woman, you should be watching women's college basketball and the WNBA Unrivaled, which is the 3-on-3 series that is going on right now. It is they're doing that out of Miami, and I think they have games every so often. You can get that on HBO Max, something like that. I can't really log into ESPN, so we're gonna go with Yellow Jackets, which is kind of what I wanted to watch anyways. It'll take the edge off.
Seriously? How the fuck are there no fucking berries?
The birds could be for you.
You know some animals live off eating their vomit. Don't say that. I
All right, I almost got dinner ready to plate. Yeah, I'm waiting for Rashad to get back. I'm going to open my medication that came today. So I have to take this injection every couple weeks, and I have not talked about that on the vlog before or this YouTube channel. I have been able to wrap my head around everything, and yeah, let me just share it with you. So my pharmacy sends this package to me, and it's got 2 doses in it, and I take it every other Thursday. My plan is to follow up with my doctor on, I have an appointment with her, not next week, but I think the next week, March something. And I want to basically ask her to reduce my medication. I had a colonoscopy in December. It came back like squeaky clean, and there's no active inflammation as far as she could see. I feel really good. I want to see about managing this a little bit more with just my nutrition and lifestyle rather than being on this injection. I do not want to do this long term, but it was something that when I got really sick, end of 2023, I had no choice. So yeah, it comes refrigerated. It's kind of crazy. I'm still doing my research on people who have reduced their medication or completely stopped taking it so that I understand what to expect and what to do. You know what I'm saying? This is my little package, little box it comes in. And this is still so wild to me that I have to take this, but that's the injection pen. So yeah, wish me luck. It really blows my mind. And then speaking of that, I've started to supplement with L-glutamine. So this is a amino acid that is going to help our gut health by specifically repairing the lining in our gut and making it more strong, like less permeable, making things a bit more smooth, I guess, and like slippery, and just really making sure that it is the mucosal lining, that it is doing what it needs to do. And then this also helps with workout recovery because it's an amino acid. So there's like a dual benefit here. So you just put a scoop into any liquid that you would like. I think you could add it into a smoothie or whatever, but it's been best for me recently to take it in the evenings, you know, because I do the creatine in the morning and vitamins and all that stuff. It's like a lot of supplements going on. So I do a scoop of this just in some water because it doesn't taste like anything. It literally is without flavor. So I'll just stir that up. It'll dissolve. It doesn't change the texture of anything. And so I'll let it sit for like a few minutes and it'll be clear like water in a little bit. Also, Sports Research is where I'm getting a lot of my supplements. So I hit them up the other day and applied to their affiliate program. But I really want to pitch them as an ambassador, which I also did that. So hopefully you see more of this soon. All right, let's eat. I'm not gonna put any cheese over it today. I'm just gonna go a little extra dry basil. Keeping it so simple. I did make some broccoli to go on the side too. Rashad, can we sit on the couch with the TV trays?
That too, right?
Just like that, we have water. But that will be it for the day in my life. Thank you for watching and coming along and seeing my progress as I get through school, and I am managing, you know, like all of the things and trying to work my way up to working with clients and going to be able to reduce this medication, you know, fingers crossed, and how I am approaching caloric intake and just making sure that I'm getting whole foods, nutrients, enough protein, like all of the things, and just making good choices even when I go to the grocery store and reading all of the labels. Okay, so this will be continued. Of course, I have about 6 more months left in school, and I'm excited to be able to announce to you when I have my books open, if we want to do like a consultation or whatever, and I drop meal plans and different things like that. So definitely working on that with Fine Diet. Anyways, have a good day or a good evening. I will see you next time.